Good afternoon. You're welcome to Charis TV. My name remains Jerry Ugumadu. On Today Things That Matters, we'll be talking about women empowerment. And here in the studio, I have with me a guest from Ghana, Dr. Elvis Kumar Fosin. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Yes, sir. Today we'll be talking about women empowerment. But before that, I want to ask your journey from Ghana. How was it like? Coming from Ghana, flying all the way from Ghana down to Nigeria. How was it like? How did you go?
Well, I arrived last night. It was a smooth journey.
Okay.
And we are grateful because we arrived safe.
Okay. Today we're talking about women empowerment, and we have viewers out there who are listening to us and who are eager to know what the package we have for them today in this empowerment. So what do you have for us today, sir, as regards to the subject matter?
Great. So as you've already mentioned, I'm a doctor and I look at women empowerment from the perspective of they trying to achieve the best state of health that they can be in, because you agree with me that your health is your wealth. But the truth about the matter is that it is your wealth also that can determine your health, right? Because you need your health, your wealth in place to be able to seek good health care if that happens, if you happen to need it. And so you realize that if you are wealthy, in most of the circumstances, although not all, you'll be able to purchase the healthcare that you need.
Yeah.
And then eventually your healthcare will also enable you, the health you have will also enable you to get the wealth that you want.
Okay.
So you can say it's a virtuous cycle,
Okay.
where we only say one part, your health is your wealth. But in actual fact, your wealth is also your health. And therefore, when I'm seeking through my organization to empower women,
Okay.
I'm trying to empower them on the health side, but indeed also on the wealth side, because I know that they are both related. So that's a bit of philosophical talking.
Okay.
Practically speaking,
Okay.
what we do is that we, in Ghana, help mothers who are pregnant save incrementally to hit certain targets,
Okay.
so that by the time the baby comes, they have enough financial cushion to take care of themselves and the baby. Once again, when they have enough financial cushion, then they have a better chance at accessing the things that determine good health for the baby: adequate clothing, adequate feeding, adequate housing. So that's where I come into the topic of empowering women. It's from a health perspective and a wealth perspective. And we do the savings that we get women to save towards delivery in association with a financial institution partner.
Okay. Doctor mentioned, he said health is wealth. That the area he's coming in is women, advising women to save towards, if I'm right, am I right? Save towards the future regards to their family and the children. And there's something you mentioned again, sir. You made mention of an organization, something like organization in Ghana. I don't know, you can throw more light on that organization.
So I run a company, it's known as Service Hub Limited.
Service Hub.
Yes.
Okay.
And this particular project is known as Trimester Save.
Okay.
And Trimester Save is the name that we call this project, where women save and set targets for them for every trimester. So if you are saving, whether it's, I'll say in the terms in Nigeria, 500 naira every day, because that's what you can give away from what you make in the market, or 1,000 naira every day. At the end of a month, you can do the multiplication. Then at the end of 7 months or 9 months, you have some money that can be used for certain um, um, savings. Your savings, which is the money you have, can be used for certain needs around the time of delivery. Yes, so that's what Service Hub Limited is about, but specifically the project Trimester Save that we run.
Okay. What about like it's a very nice one to hear about the project which is ongoing. Somebody can ask, do you have a plan of like somebody who is in Nigeria and probably wants to be a partner somewhere in Ghana, or how can we go about that, or you have a plan making an establishment here in Nigeria, or there's a plan in regards to that?
Yes, so the idea is that we are one across West Africa, and indeed across Africa. You know that we now have a free continental trade region agreement signed, and I think that Ghana and Nigeria, can be close in that sense.
Okay.
Personally, I grew up in Nigeria until I was about 6 years old.
Okay.
And then I went back to Ghana. I was in Nigeria last year. I'm back again this year. What we are seeking to do is to find out partnership opportunities to see how what we are doing in Ghana can be replicated in Nigeria, because the welfare of women everywhere in sub-Saharan Africa and indeed beyond is our primary concern.
And also, these for somebody to be a member or a partaker of this Prime Star sale, does it have any financial commitment? Does it have any financial commitment? What are the processes that one has to go through before it becomes a partner of this great firm also?
Yes, so the idea is we can talk. Everything is based on, a good conversation to start with.
Okay.
We can explore funding opportunities, whether it's internally between the two of our organizations, or together we source for funding from organizations, whether they are venture capitalists or angel investors. So I think the most important thing is the willingness and what we call the capacity to cause traction. What it just means is that your ability to reach women and put them on this program. Maybe they're actively pregnant or preparing to get pregnant. You have that capacity to reach them. You can then just contact us, and we'll start the discussion and see it go forward, because we want this in every country, especially in West Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa.
Okay. Like presently, you said something. Like somebody wants to be part of it right now, and the establishment of this Prime Star Stone Savers. Is it ongoing, or it's a proposed project?
So Trimester Save is ongoing in Ghana. It's now being proposed in Nigeria. Okay. So we are not active yet. That's why I say that we are still very open to building bridges and connecting to people. So this is the time to connect.
Okay. Like right now, there are people listening to us and probably would have fallen in love with what we said so far, and maybe they want to be part of this particular thing. And now that it has not been kind of projected here, it has not been established here in Nigeria, and they actually want to start immediately, what do they need to do?
Contact is most important. Okay, so contact. They can go to their website, TRIMESTERSAVE.com. That's trimestersave.com. Trimester comes from the 3 month in pregnancy, and then save is the usual savings that we do in banks. So trimestersave, one word.com. You can go there, our contact details are there, you can learn more about the program, and we'll be happy to partner with as many as want to be part of this.
Okay. All right, thank you very much, sir. Right now, we'll be going on a very short break, and when we come back, we'll hear more from our guests today on Things That Matter, Women Empowerment. So far, he has told us that health is wealth, and he has a kind of an organization that runs a particular program. But they currently are in Ghana, but having a proposed plan to have their own branch here in Nigeria. And he already said that in case you have a plan of being part of what they are doing, you need to visit their website. Please, can we get the website again? You said TRIMASTARS save, like SAVE.com. That is that's the website. Okay, in case anybody. But for now, we are going on a commercial break, and when we come back, we have in details what Doctor has for us more. Thank you.
Watching it. Okay. It's streaming online.
Yeah, it's online. I think maybe you will have to do 5 minutes more so that we can rush up, because I don't know when your embassy closes.
Okay.
Sam, you are talking.
From the perspective of the client, start seeing what happens, because the window is not like that. You are in a totally different position.
Okay. Yeah, welcome back to Things That Matters. Today, women empowerment, and we'll be asking Doctor a few questions before we call it a time with this section. Doctor, I want to be asking you, like you mentioned, women savings and all that. How do we actually relate these savings with health? Like how is this in a reality? How is it a reality?
Thank you very much for that question. It's very important. So, like I mentioned from the beginning, we always have this statement that your health is your wealth, right? And we say that is now a cliche, which means it has been overused. The other side is also true, and we don't say it very much, which is your wealth is also your health. So not only your health is your wealth, but your wealth is also your health. The poor man may not be able to get access to health care when they need it, which means that their wealth or lack of it is determining how much health they can get, which is very sad. So I'm sure you're beginning to see the connection of what Trimester Save is about. The Trimester Save is empowering women to take control of their finances, because we know in medicine that finances is a determinant of health. What that means is that if you take two people, one is better off than the other financially, the one better off financially may be able to access better health services, meaning that his financial situation, which is better off, is determining his better access to health. So back to women, what we are saying is, if this woman has savings and we are relating it to pregnancy, and for example, she goes into labor, in our West African countries, many times, if this labor comes, 2 weeks before time, a month before time, like one of our clients testified before, and you don't have the father around, what do? The mother should have some money to be able to fall on to. And Trimester Save helps you have that cushion of money to fall on to. Why is this important? It's because in pregnancy, we have what we call the 3 delays.
Okay.
And the first delay is caused by the failure to take the decision to go to the hospital.
Okay.
Now, failure to take the decision, of course, has several social issues.
Yeah.
Whether I don't want to give birth by an operation, so they are dodging, and so they don't want to go to hospital, or whether in some places culturally they say before you go to hospital you must inform the father. Otherwise, it means that maybe that's not the father of your child. So it is customary to wait for the father to come back. In Lagos, it's a cosmopolitan area, but if you go outside the capital, for example, they'll say the father is off at the farm somewhere, you're waiting for him to come. And all these cause delays, right? But you can understand that in a place like Lagos, for example, the major reason why the delay may happen may be the cash is not there.
Okay.
So trimester save helps you make the cash available so that that first delay, which is the delay in taking decision, is cut off the table. So if there are other things to worry about during the process of delivering, you worry about that. The second thing is when you give birth to a baby, the baby is out of your stomach already, right?
Yeah.
What are the things you buy for the baby? Even if you have some insurance cover, you can't take that insurance cover and buy those things for the baby because they are not health products, right? But without them, you can be sure that the baby will eventually develop health problems. So you can use insurance, even if you have insurance, to cover for the health side, and then you can have the money to cover for the needs of the baby so that the baby doesn't develop a health problem. So you see, we are talking about finance, but we are also talking about a precursor to health problems. So I think you are seeing the linkages, why the doctor should be concerned about the financial status of his patients. And in this case, it is the pregnant woman.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Today we are coming from a different dimension. You know, most times when you mention women empowerment, a lot of people think women empowerment is all about teaching you how to make soap, how to make this, how to make that. So they feel a lot of women empowerment has to do with a kind of practical. But today we are coming from a different dimension, a kind of totally different from what people think empowerment is. Here we are trying to look at how women, especially pregnant women, can be empowered through savings. And here there is a platform that encourages that with us, which is the trimester save. So to our audience out there, trimester save, it's a very good place for you to go and be part of regarding women empowerment. And here once again we have our guest, which is from Ghana, Dr. Elvis Kuma Fossing. So stay tuned as we get back to you. Bless you. All right, thank you, sir.
We are done.
Yes.